All right, in today's video, we're talking about which coaching business actually makes the most amount of money. And some of you are going to be surprised by this. Some of you are going to say, well, of course. But it's coaches that focus on businesses. And the reason why is if you look at the statistics, business owners hold most of the wealth in every country on the planet. So it makes sense that you would make more in the business coaching space. That's point number one. And here's the thing that most people get wrong with this. They think, well, I've been in, HR for 10 years. How am I supposed to coach a business so that what they pay me makes them more money? Well, if they hire better people, are they going to make more money and are their costs going to go down? So not only do they make more, but they're actually more profitable. There's a wider spread between expenses and revenues. So don't ever underestimate, if you've been in any kind of business for a long enough period of time and you've been a diligent student of how that business works, there are hundreds of thousands of businesses in America that you could market to, and globally there are millions of businesses that you can market whatever it is that you're best at in the business space to be able to make yourself a profitable and, awesome coach. Now, the second thing here is really important, and I want you guys to really pay attention to what I'm about to say, because if you miss this, nothing else in this video will help you at all. The business coaches that make the most amount of money don't make it from selling low-ticket products. They don't. Part of the reason you guys will see me talking about high ticket is because you can go a lot further, a lot faster selling a $100,000 product than you can with a $50 product. And some of you guys right now, you're like, oh, how could I sell 100 grand? It's so much money because you've never spent it. So you're thinking to yourself, I could never sell that. The reality is, if you're talking to a business owner who has $10 million cash in their business bank account and they have a problem, they will pay $100,000 cash if they believe your solution will add another million to their bottom line. And at their scale, little changes make big differences in terms of the money. So you cannot sell your business coaching services as like, oh, it might help a little bit. You have to sell it as, at your scale, you guys implement what I'm suggesting here. This is a couple $100,000 or a couple million extra dollars a year for you guys. This is an absolute no-brainer. So you have to take yourself completely out of the money situation. Judge every person you talk to based off of their situation. What is their financial situation? Do they have 5 million in cash sitting around? 50 grand is only 1% of that. That's 100 times less money than they have in terms of cash. It's not a big deal. And most businesses that are in the place where they've got 5 million in cash, 10 million in cash, most of those businesses have already spent 50 to 100 grand on different services, on different coaching offers, and they've made money back as a result of it. Now, some of them have also been burned, so you'll hear people say, well, yeah, we tried this other thing. Who cares? Who cares? It's a new day and you're a new person, okay? If everybody had that mentality about everything, nobody would ever get married or have kids. Oh, I tried one time and it didn't work out, so I guess I'll never date again. We're just not good at dating. We're not dating people. It's just silly. It's silly. It's silly. So what you guys have to understand is, number one, the best place to go if you want to be making the most amount of money is coaching businesses. And number two, the most important thing you can do is develop a high ticket offer. 5 grand is great. 10 grand is great. 25 grand, 50 grand, and 100 grand are great. When you get really good, you can sell $1 million offer. It's fantastic. What a great day. You make one deal, you make $1 million. It's awesome. And it's totally doable, by the way. When people hire consulting companies like McKinsey, they might pay multiple millions or tens of millions of dollars for one specific thing they want solved. When people hire Ogilvy Advertising Agency, they spend millions of dollars to have one campaign made. So don't think that, oh my God, I've never paid that, so why would somebody else? Because they're not you, man. They're just not you. They're not you. They've got more money, and it's in direct proportion to the amount of money they have. And by the way, just a quick tip for you guys, when you are selling people, you got to know how much money they have so you can pitch the right product. Now, before we get into this final point, I put together, I've been in sales for 15 years. I've done over $25 million in one-to-one sales. Most of that has been over the last 5 years selling $100,000, $250,000, and $1 million packages. I put a link down below in the description for a course I put together, a training system that I took my 15 years and I condensed it down into 23 videos, okay? Go to the description right now, click that button, and go get that. It's not that expensive, by the way. And what you're paying for, the same as you as a coach, if you're not in coaching, do you really have any business selling? It's like a guy starting a hot dog stand and he hates hot dogs, or he's Jewish, or he's Muslim, you know? It's just not gonna happen. It doesn't make sense. You're not gonna sell any hot dogs. So don't be the kind of coach you're like, well, people pay me, I'm so great, I don't need coach. Everybody needs coaching, including me. You guys will see if you look at my social media, I'm always at masterminds, I'm always at in-person events, I'm always reading books, I'm always taking courses. So now point 3, okay, we've got number 1, business coaches make the most money. We've got number 2, selling high ticket makes the most money. Now number 3 is super important to understand, and most people get this wrong. And the thing is, with number 3, people buy the most specific solutions. The most specific solutions, okay? So when you go to the marketplace and you're trying to help businesses to increase their profit or decrease their expenses, there's only 2 things you can do when it comes to businesses, okay? Increase revenue or profit, decrease expenses, or you could say make the business more efficient, okay? So you have to know which side of that you're on, and it might be both. Sometimes the best offers do both. Hey, not only is this going to make you more money and make your customers more profitable for your business, it's also going to cut costs, because this allows your sales team to make more sales per dial. This allows your sales team to collect more cash per conversation. This allows your marketing team to spend less money per lead. This allows whatever, fill in the blank. So you want to make sure that when you are going to the market, you have a specific solution. And by the way, don't be scared to be so niche that it seems a little strange to you. You might feel like, well, yeah, but there's all these companies that do 10 things. Yeah, but they're probably not selling that much. And when they first started, if they've been successful, they started with one thing. I went through this, I'll share this with you guys, in my marketing agency. When I first started my marketing agency almost 10 years ago, I started by selling everything. I was doing social media, marketing services, management services. I was selling paid ads. I was selling paid ads on different platforms. I was helping them with filming stuff. I was helping take pictures of stuff. Like, I was just like doing it all. And after a while, I realized, well, I'm not a specialist at anything, so I can't charge more money. I'm just kind of a random guy that can help out. I'm like a handyman or something, you know? It's like I could fix a lot of things and I can help with a lot of things, but nobody's gonna remember me as being that amazing guy that does that one thing so good. You'd be stupid to buy from anybody else. So I figured out, I was like, you know what? Everybody thinks YouTube is hard. Everybody thinks copywriting is hard. Even today, people still think copywriting is hard. Even with AI, copywriting is still hard to do because AI isn't that great at copywriting. So I was like, we're just gonna hyper focus on 2 things. We're gonna help people to scale up their YouTubes, and we're gonna manage the copywriting side of it because it's the easiest part for people to screw up. And if you get it right, it's one of the easiest ways to increase revenue without increasing the actual workload. So I got super specific and I started noticing, man, I'm not just getting my clients more results and faster, they're giving me referrals without me even asking, and they're giving me a lot of them quickly. Like usually in my first month of working with a new client, they're like, hey man, I was just talking to so-and-so and they're having a really hard time. Can I give you their number? Can you give them a call to help them out? So be specific when it comes to your solutions, because what you'll find is that's your little wedge into the marketplace that allows you to gain authority as being very good at something. And over time, that being very good at that thing, you'll find will translate to other things. As a social media guy, I'm like, look, every single platform requires copywriting. Sometimes people are like, hey, could you write my stuff for my email and my SMS? I'm like, of course I could. I know how to do that. It's easy. It's not a big deal. So eventually you could be broader, but when you're first starting out, and by the way, if you've been in business for a while, but you're stagnant, a good thing to do is to go back. Okay, what's the one thing we could do better than everybody else? And let's just hyper focus on that for the next 90 days. Sometimes businesses get stagnant because they get really good at one thing, then they start adding on services, and these other services aren't nearly as profitable or as in demand as the main service. And so what happens is that drags the company down because there's more resources being poured into more things. Even though they're less profitable, there's nothing left at the end of the month to keep scaling the business so it stays in the same spot. The reality is, even if you've already been successful, if you find you're not growing as a company, it's because you've gotten too diversified and you have too many things going on that aren't profitable enough to keep scaling the company. And all it takes at that point is to literally go back and say, what are we number one in the world at? And if you just focus on that, whether you're a new coach or you're a coaching business that's been in this space for a year, a couple years, a decade plus maybe, doing that one thing on top of making sure you have a high ticket offer in that space will absolutely take you guys to the next level. So I appreciate all of you guys watching. Really quick, before you hop off, click that subscribe button, hit the bell icon so that you get notified when I post videos. I will be sharing stuff with you guys from my last 10 years in the online space that will absolutely change your business. You don't want to miss it.